Joseph Campbell spent years studying ancient myths and initiation stories, and he noticed a strange pattern. Before transformation, the old self is confronted. Fear increases. Doubt appears. Reality almost seems to test you. Now, many people think that it means that they are failing, but the mystics understood something different. Maybe you experience this yourself. Right before you come closer to your freedom and your vision, fear appears again, okay? Out of nowhere, you start to doubt yourself. You think, what is happening? Should I maybe go back, right? Doubts come up, right? Out of nowhere. You don't understand what is happening. Right now, you are very close to getting what you want. But not, then out of nowhere, the triggers come back again, right? That you thought you have had already overcome them. So basically what people think what is happening is that they should stop, right? You experienced a lot of resistance of your old self appearing. Then you think, oh my God, maybe I should just stop. Maybe even you confuse it with your intuition. When the fears appears, it's very dangerous sometimes to start to listen to your intuition, to the intuition. So they maybe think like, okay, maybe it's a sign. Maybe I should just stop and go back how it was before. Yeah, maybe then everything will be good. But the truth is, you will just go back to your old self. Everything will be as usually. Nothing will ever change. Okay? So you will just return back to your old patterns. So what to do instead? Before I continue, I want to promise you something. This is that you will understand how to overcome your old self. And that in the full version. So what it really is about. After this video, we'll know that, right? How to pass this test that appears from your old self. Okay? Now, let's go deeper then. So basically what the mystics found out later, what Joseph Campbell found out through studying all of the mystics, is that what is happening, that the first step, and this is like what all spiritual teachers says, but this is just one of many, this is that you have first to make the unconscious conscious, make the invisible visible. So it's not about trying to be positive. Now the mistake that many makes is they think now, okay, the doubts appear, I have to go back. Later, before that, I was feeling better, right? I was feeling better about it. Everything was like seeming like it's fine. But remember back again, was it really everything fine? You actually didn't like the situation. You didn't like your old environment. You didn't want to be your old self. So this is just a doubt. It's a trick of your mind, right? It tries to confuse you. Like back then, everything was fine. But in reality, you didn't like it. You actually wanted to change, if you remember. Okay, so this is how the mind tries to trick you. What the mind does, it tries to use your state of fear and then to justify that, why it's okay, right? Why it's okay to further avoid this fear, right? It's a trick by the mind. Now, what really needs to happen at the start is, like I said, that you become first conscious of that, you become aware of that, right? And basically later, what you now can do to go even deeper, what many people think, like I said, is to try to be positive, but what you do is you become conscious of it, and you first realize the feeling. Before I come closer and explain you the most important step, you first need to realize this step, and this is that. You need first to realize this feeling, stop running away from it. Just sit with this feeling. And now I will reveal you a little secret about manifestation, why most people never manifest what they want. Most people don't understand that they don't just manifest what they think is positive, but most people manifest also their deepest fears. So what you're the most afraid of, this is usually what you will manifest. If you want to have proof, these are the things that you're the most afraid of. So when a person is very afraid of the future, so they're constantly anxious, they experience this emotional state already right now. That's their reality, right? They experience this their reality. And because of that, you come closer to this reality in the physical realm. right? Because you're in this frequency. Okay? And this is one of the secrets. And to avoid this trap, to manifest your biggest fears, and just trying to be focused on the positive like most people do, you want to trick out the mind and start with the step of first realizing these fears and accepting them before we come to the most important step. Okay? So you just accept and you're feeling, you allow yourself to feel this feeling fully, right? You allow yourself to be in this state rather than going back to I have to be positive kind of thing, right? Positive focus is not good when it comes out of resistance towards the biggest fears or biggest other form of resistance, other emotions. Basically, you will otherwise manifest always your biggest aversions. So the thing you're the most try to push away from, right? So now what's the step after that? After you can sit with this feeling, right? By the way, check out my YouTube video about how to let go. It's a full instruction about everything how you can let go if you struggle with this, if it's still an issue for you. So the next step, after you have now calmed it more down, you have accepted it more. Now here comes the most important thing. What most people do is they just try to focus on the positive things. And they lose their sense of reality. That's why it's hard for them to transform that, to pass the test. Now we want to trick that out, right? So what you do instead, you use a method where you basically just ask yourself after you accepted more of this feeling. If you didn't have resistance, you can also move on to this next step from the very beginning. If you didn't have much resistance, you want to just evaluate this. You want to just become even greater, boosting it towards your ideal self, towards your manifestation. So you use the even toe method. That means when you think, you will start to think with even toe. So for example, even toe, and then you describe your reality. Yes, I experience sometimes still resistance. Or even toe, the bank account or the freedom is not fully there yet. I have this and that, but not everything I want. Even though, so you basically accept your old reality, your current physical reality. Even though it looks like this, I come closer to what I want. Now, what this makes is something really outrageous. If you use this method right, what you do with this is that you choose a positive lifeline without resisting your biggest fears, okay? You choose a positive lifeline, you choose a positive focus without denying the negative, okay? And you also don't deny the physical realm of your current situation. Through this, you can accept both your current situation, but still that despite that, you will be where you truly want to be, right? So you will basically go to another reality, to a positive one, right? So even though, for example, you could say, I still experience triggers or my situation is here and there, not how I want to be. Let's say you don't have the income that you want. Even though I experience that, I come closer to my reality because I made, again, more income, or I made, again, more progress and released triggers, or I learned, again, something new today. So you accept this physical reality and the emotional one, and despite that, you move to what is wanted. And like that, you manifest what you want and pass the test. All is left is that you just practice that. Okay? So you just start your sentence with even tone. And comment below. Comment below, what is the test for you? What are you experiencing right now? Or what do you want to experience instead? What are your dreams right now? Comment below. And if you want even more help with that, then click the link in the description, right? And we can go even deeper with that. It's a call for free where I can help you, where we see where you are right now, right? And whether we want to move on deeper with everything. And yeah, I see you next time. Bye-bye.